yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring to their knees. No place for fantasy. Rage is like a wind, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. With cards in the weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of We Suck at ACC. I'm your host, Larry. Joined today, we've got a pretty full screen here. Well, on my right, as I see it, we have Sime. Say what's up.
Hey, what's up, man?
Looking very aerodynamic there.
Yeah.
And on my left, we have the Great Grays. Logan, say what's up.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Down on my bottom, I don't know why I'm saying where you guys are on the screen. It probably doesn't even match. Hunter, say hi.
Hey, how's it going?
And then we have Comfortable Cam down the bottom, looking like a comfort advertisement right there. What's going on, buddy?
How's it going? Forgot about our intro.
Oh, we did, yeah.
I wanted to go race now.
Exactly. All right, before we kick off, we have something very serious to talk about, boys. Just wanted to acknowledge and point out one of our brothers, Elite Reigns, brother Steven, is not doing well. And he's probably looking to cross over to the other side soon. So we just wanted to acknowledge him and, you know, hearts go out to you and everything like that. And wherever it is he meets the gods, we hope it's, you know, they're worthy of his presence, you know, and our heart goes out to him as a community. So, you know, all the best, brother, and Godspeed from all of us here. So, yeah, if any of you guys want to share anything, let me know. But, yeah, hearts go out to you, brother. But next, how the fuck do you go on from that? Like, how do you build back to... yeah, anyway, I do actually have a bone to pick with Grays, actually. Hunter, how do you spell admin? What is that? It doesn't look like he's doing very well in the spelling of that there. It says YouTube,
No.
Instagram, Going Grays.
I know.
Can you tell him how to spell it?
Yeah, ADMIN, bro. Come on.
That should be your title in there, Logan. So
Nice.
we would like to introduce the latest member of the admin team, Going Grays, just finding out live now. So let's hear it for
Sweet.
Grays.
All
Let's
right.
go, boys. Actually,
Hey.
clap for once.
I am.
Here we go.
All
Let's
right.
go. So Grays is going to be joining us as part of the admin team. He's as
Welcome
shocked
to
as he
the shit
actually
show.
looks.
Yeah.
Welcome to the shit show. Welcome to seeing what actually goes on behind closed doors in that dark shithole of a place that is the conference room.
Does that mean I have to unmute all the chats that I have like muted right now?
Yes, you actually
So-
do it right
Yeah.
this second, and you actually can't even be on this pod. You got to go save the Discord. But
Yeah.
dude, welcome. What do you think? I got you pretty good before, just asking if you'd be interested in applying. But
Yeah. I mean, basically, we talked about it, and you were like, yeah, so just keep on doing what you're doing right now, and we'll just change your title up a little bit, give you a little more access. I can now mute all of you if I want to, put you all in timeout.
can you
have
mute
that-
other admins? I don't think you can you?
Oh, I can't. I don't know. Before I couldn't because I thought because I was a mod and not a mad.
CM holds the ultimate control in that
so
power.
I have one more level to go. Okay.
There we go. So, well, dude, congrats. But you
Hell
have
yeah.
just fit in here so well. Like, I was going to say water off a duck's back, but you know what I mean. It's the wrong duck to water. That's what I meant.
There we go. Yeah.
You really fit in well here, man. And, you know, like we've gotten so much bigger and we're trying to keep up here now and we need your help.
Yeah.
So we're also going to be speaking to get some more support staff, but more about that another time. Yeah, so that's awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
Some
Thanks,
other
yeah.
business? Dude, very excited for you, Grace. Thank you, man. Let's hear it for him in the comments. And don't mention CM's haircut in the comments either. It does look pretty good, though. It's a pretty hard one to pick on. Once again, the charity race for our friends over at... Is it Go Fast? It's not Go Fast. Which one is it?
There's
Hunter,
Too
you're the
Slow,
man.
and then there's Go Fast. But this is just being hosted by a whole community of leagues.
Oh,
guys.
that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
So don't forget about them. There's still plenty of room, plenty of time to sign up. Anyone wants to hit us up, I'm happily sponsor your car if you need the money. No
Yep.
big deal. We'll get you covered. No problem at all. Okay. So that's the business out of the way. Don't put that one up yet. Get rid of those.
Whoa!
But you're
I
fired.
thought they were the QR codes for the charity.
No,
No.
that you get. Anyway, off with his head. So,
I'm already fired as a
the shortest tenure ever. All right, boys. So, we have a guest today. How would you describe this guest? Let's go around the room. Chandler. Oh, fucking, I'm such a fuckwit. All right, Chandler.
Nice. Just bring him in. Just bring him in now.
I've been
You're all
fired too.
fired. You're all
Bring in
fired.
Chandler.
God.
Bring in-
All right.
That's probably worse
All
than my Elon Musk goodbye that time.
Oh, I wonder who remembers that. Yeah.
So Chandler, it's Chandler. Surprise! Fucking idiot.
What's up, guys?
They're all mixed up.
So, thanks for joining us today. So we have a tradition, which I don't know if everyone who actually participated in the tradition. I did.
I didn't get here in
did?
time.
Did Hunter? You were busy.
I
with
also
work.
I've seen Chandler off
I got
Facebook.
one.
He comments on my
Alright.
shit, and I comment on his.
I never go first, so I'll get out of the way. I think I phoned this one in until I saw you, and I think it's again like a photograph. It's basically the same person. I tried to turn your eyes vertical to see if that gave it some artistic flair, but it kind of made you look. I don't know. It's not good. But you look like you're carrying buckets to give you like the big shoulders. Yeah. But I think I did all right. All right. Who's up?
I think I'll go next, and I really wanted to capture the dead look or like the shell shock you get when you like go into a really low elo lobby or something.
Oh.
And I think I nailed it.
What the
wow,
fuck?
dude.
See, holy shit.
No way. No way.
I call bullshit.
He
I call
traced
bullshit.
that.
Dude,
Oh yeah.
If you really drew that, that's like you're in the wrong business, man. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
God.
Yeah.
All right. Who's up? Graves or Cam?
All right. I got one.
good.
So I originally drew it. It says I am Speed. He's got a Lightning McQueen shirt on. But then I saw him, so I added the beard and the backwards hat and stuff. So I kind of cheated.
Aw.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I saw him too, but I stuck with my original thoughts on what I thought he looked. That was pretty close, actually. But yeah, all right, Cam, Nat's so-called father.
No way.
Dude,
Oh yeah.
Did you draw that?
it's like a really clean and
No way.
it's like a, oh,
That's
Jono
like
Bravo.
it looks like
Johnny
Archer.
Bravo almost.
yeah.
Or
I
Archer.
love,
That's pretty
equal
fucking
parts
good.
I love and
Wow.
fucking despise that at the same time. I think that
That's
is like
amazing.
that turns
Wow.
me on and makes
I
me
think you win.
heebie-jeebie as well. That is fucking great. Well done.
I'll just leave it right here.
That's gonna be Cam for the day.
So-
I don't know. Seeing and Cam is like tied to you guys. It's awesome.
Oh,
I don't think
intrusive
it's very
thought, man.
representative of me, but
it's not. No. I mean, like, I think obviously you can agree mine was on point, but but everyone else they're just immature about it. So sweet. Well, thank you for joining us, Chandler. You've been with us
Yeah.
probably 3 months, 2 months, 3 months.
yeah,
And-
something like that.
You took off running in the community. You have just inserted yourself in a really great way and been supportive and offering advice and everything. Tell us a little bit about your racing history, including real life, if any, and sim racing as well. Talk to us,
Okay, so no,
including just interest in motorsport as well,
right.
not actually just doing it.
right.
Yeah.
So no real life racing experience, but I've always been interested in racing in general. Never really followed it too much until just a few years ago. My wife's family was big into NASCAR, so we started watching NASCAR, right? And had never really, honestly, like you guys are gonna laugh at me because the whole NASCAR thing, I'm like, oh, this is racing, right? And like I don't care about all that like road racing and you know Corvettes and stuff like that, and then I don't know, it was just over a year ago. I pulled my old Logitech 920 wheel out, like, oh, I'm gonna give this game a go because I remember trying it before, and on controller it was garbage. Anyway, so that led into this whole wow, this is actually really accurate feeling and everything. And that kind of grew my interest into GT3 and endurance racing. And then, of course, shortly after, I get in a couple of leagues, nothing too big, and start learning about direct drive wheels. And then, bam! I mean, just a few short months, I got a direct drive setup and everything. And the original league that I was affiliated with was ran by one person, and I'm sure you guys can attest to it now. Like running a league with even 150 to 200 members is quite a task for one individual.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
and we tried to we offered help, right? Me and several other guys. And anyway, we got screwed on the deal because we were going to host an endurance, a fundraiser for men's mental health, and we all started pitching in money, donating money to the race, and I don't know, I don't know. Anyway, before the race took place, it just kind of disbanded, and we lost contact with the league owner. Like
Oh.
it just disappeared. Anyway,
And
so
took the money as well.
well, I didn't get a refund. I can't speak for anybody else.
Well, he's a piece of
Uh,
shit. I'll say it.
but anyway, a couple of the guys there knew that I had offered to help on several occasions, and so they reached out to me. Was like, "Hey, we're going to start up another league because there's a lot of people here who still want to race, and yet we don't know where to go." And so then we founded Too Slow, and Too Slow's been around since probably July, or no, maybe a little before then. So let's go May or June of 24. So that's how long Too Slow's been around, and one of the founding members of it, admins. And as far as like hopping into other leagues, I always try to be upfront, like, hey, I'm not here to poach, but there's been several other new leagues like yourself in which I have just kind of come in and right off the rip offered, advice and just to help if you wanted it, simply because at this point in the league management, like I understand how much is involved in it, and I'm like, hey, here's some things you may want to watch out for. Here's, like not trying to mirror our league. Of course, I want everybody to be their own, like, and run your leagues your way.
Mhm.
But maybe some things that'll help through the hard learning stages of league management. And so,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's one of those learn on the fly type things. So that's with Too Slow. Explain to me again. Too Slow and Go Fast are the same league or they're different?
No, they're different leagues. And like while we were a part of this other league before it was disbanded, we would hop into Go Fast occasionally. But there's some admins like Tricks it, which I think
Yep.
Hunter's probably familiar with because he developed the Simbot, right?
Sim knows
Um,
him too. Yeah.
yeah, and he kind of took us under his wing, offered us some help, gave us, the whole Simbot spiel and everything, got us hooked up on that, and it made the management, server management, really, really easy and fluid. And so, yeah, Go Fast is just one of those leagues, man, that we meet up with and we race every Monday night. Um, and quite a few of them guys come over to help us get our league kicked off, and they still race with us. And but if you guys even think that I'm close to being fast, like at ask Panda, like Panda can run up front with those guys, but those guys are wicked fast, dude. Like they give Panda a run for his money, and he may still be scratching his head come finish line.
Yeah, man. But Too Slow has two divisions, right? I know there's two something. They have pro and an amateur route or something like that. Is that? Or is there something about it?
Yeah, we have a U.S. based league which runs
Yep.
Saturday evenings, and this is more to accommodate the time availability for everybody located in the U.S. and anybody else that wants to join, right? And then we have an EU league, which we have a couple of guys from the UK and just across Europe that help to manage that. And we actually have pretty decent numbers in the EU season this year. I think they're averaging probably 25 drivers on track. We're looking at the U.S. League, we're probably going to average out 30 to 35 cars on track this season. We're kicking off season 4 this weekend, so
That's great. And they race at those times. Yeah, that's awesome,
yeah.
man. So, what was I going to say? So, again, you've got a wealth of knowledge when it comes to this stuff. And thank you for being so amenable to all our members and patient and sharing. Next question is, what is your rig? What is your setup now? Talk to us. I can see you sitting in it, I think.
Yeah, I figured it'd be appropriate only if I were sitting in it. One, because it's comfortable, but I do have an aluminum extruded rig, and it was an Amazon special, right? So I think some Chinese company called Lykeem. In case anybody wants to get it, man, you can find it Black Friday for $3.99, seat included.
And aluminum extrusion is superior. I don't care what anyone says. It's rigid. Yeah.
I was really apprehensive about buying it to begin with, because I was like, okay, well, it's not like what are some of the larger brands, right? It doesn't cost like $900 for the rig and another $300 for the seat. And I was kind of like, but then I was like, screw it. If it's a piece of shit, it's a piece of shit. It's $300. So
yeah,
whatever.
Sweet dude.
Quite surprised in the rigidity and the sturdiness of it. But wheelbase, I have Fanatec 5 Newton meter with the booster, so it's 8, and then I have the Formula V2.5X wheel. I have a Sim Racing for You button box, which I've shared a lot of this in your setup channel. I do have the CSL pedals with the load cell. I'm on Xbox. I got a 55-inch TV about, I don't know, 20 inches in front of my face. But that right there gets almost a 1-to-1 feel, just because of the TV size and everything. So it kind of helps with that immersion a little bit.
Do you ever get a little dizzy after like an endurance race or something from staring at that TV? It's happened to me a few times. Or maybe it's just
when I wear my glasses.
My body.
If I wear my glasses, I will. Yeah.
Absolutely. Sweet. Well, that's good. And what do you drive in real life?
A Kia.
Kia what?
A Kia Forte GT, and then a damn F250. So.
It's a GT. Nice.
Yeah.
Good for you, brothers. Anyone else got some questions for Chandler there?
What's your memorabilia you got behind you?
Oh, so I recently just started collecting these, and really it's kind of a quick little gift that my wife could get when she's out and about and thinking about me.
What are they? F1 cars? That one I can see there next to the trophy?
Yeah, I do got a couple of like die-cast F1s. I think what are they, like 124 and then 142 or whatever the scale is, or maybe one size bigger, and then a couple of the Lego F1s. But I would like to get some more of the GT3 style cars.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get some more shelves.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I got a lot of work to do in my little corner.
Yeah. I think
so. Right. So my next question for you is: you are now Chug chasing Plums in the last lap. You're the second car, but it's you in the second car and whoever you want in the first car for this question. You can murder them to get the win, and you will not get any penalties or anything. Who would you like that to be in the car in front of you? You can pump them off the track to get the win.
P2
You're P2, and you've got a chance to just send them off the track, kill them. Who would you enjoy that person being? And why is it Panda?
Do they? Oh no! Hey, Panda's like family, man. Let me tell you, like we. Between Go Fast and Too Slow, like we got a little bit of history, not negative history, but we got.
He's a legend, yeah.
Like, yeah, man, he's.
You can pick one from another league, and you can pick one from our league. You got to pick one from our league, and you can pick one from another. And tell us why. Your thought process.
Right. So
you're sitting there.
Picking one from BFR would be hard because I don't really have a rivalry with anybody.
It can be for fun. It could just be because it's hilarious. It doesn't have to be bad. It could just be for your own amusement.
Probably Squid. Still.
Oh yes.
Only because we're tight like that, and I know he wouldn't take no offense to it,
And would you want to be on his comms when it happened too, to listen to the?
Absolutely.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely, dude.
I'm done with you, Chandler. Fuck this.
Yeah.
See you later.
I'd be
Yeah.
getting DMs later on. Like, you fucking bitch. Yeah.
And then you can
But,
hold up your one pass and say, "Sorry, buddy, this is yours."
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right. So
and
who's your number one though that comes to mind? And even if we
Oh
don't know him,
man,
explain to us.
without a question, it would be this one driver named Nomad.
Yeah.
And it's simply because that was the first league we were affiliated with, and he ghosted us. So I would
Oh,
do
yeah.
it in a heartbeat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is like some
That's a
Valhalla shit.
real-
This is
yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm,
like-
I'm gonna go full circle on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
so I have to say this. So he always talked about getting sponsors, like getting official sponsors and everything. And he reached out to Moradness like time and time again, and they turned him down for sponsors. And I think that this was kind of the full circle moment, not for me, but for Too Slow, because the original founders came from his league. And I reached out to
When you say his, you
Moradness.
mean Moradness, or you mean this other guy's league?
No.
No, the
Nomad.
other guy's league that he was
Okay, yeah.
running, right?
Yeah.
And I just got the wild hair one day. I was like, oh, I want to reach out to Moradness because it's Sim Racing affiliated, and it's a big name, and I kind of want the little guy to win, you know. And it worked out. Like that conversation blew my mind at how smooth it was and how like direct it was to sponsorship for a season, you know. And they did. They kept good on their end of it, providing gloves for the pro and the AM champions. So they did get free pair of gloves. But full circle is Moradness sponsored us, and we respond off of this other league that completely ghosted us, who tried day and night to get a sponsorship from Moradness. And I'm like, I just wish I could just throw this in this guy's face and be like, we fucking did it, you know. And you
So
did.
yelling Moradness as you
Yeah.
like send him off the track.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel the bitterness like exuding out of you at that guy, and I love it.
Oh, lost your mic.
Larry, can't hear you.
Your mic is dead.
Nothing at all.
All right. Yep. No mic sound. You killed it. Did something.
Too much bitterness.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, so that's horrible that somebody would do that. Just, I mean, I feel like this community, I've noticed it's a bunch of really good people, and to have someone like, you know, take money and then ghost everyone is pretty despicable to do that. Oh, don't talk about the Go Dogs. I was trying to ignore it. He showed it to me earlier, and I was like, nah, dude.
I was waiting on Noah to get in here. I figured he was gonna hop in. I had to wear it for him.
Yeah,
lead
see,
there.
there it is in the, yep, Go Dogs. All right, it's the only time we'll see it. Take a sponsor break.
Yeah, quick sponsor
Oh,
break.
it's quick
Larry's
Yeah,
gonna have
sponsor
to come
break.
back.
seriously, yeah.
Let's just keep on moving, you know?
Yeah,
Get Larry, we don't need him.
you
He's
wanna
fired anyway.
talk about your plans for the future here with the league there, Chandler.
Yeah,
I can
let's
pull
move on
that
to
up for you.
Interesting.
See if I
Yeah,
find that.
you can put it up there real quick. So I
Yeah.
kind of brought it up to Larry. I don't know. Again, like I said, I like helping new sim racers, and I'm still new myself. I have a ton to learn, and you know we're kind of limited because we're all on console, right? PC seems to have considerably more resources there, but
Yeah.
Oh,
but
let me figure out
for-
how to get this pulled up.
But for console sim racing, you know, a lot of people, like we're dealing with somebody right now in Too Slow who maybe like seems like a really great guy. I think maybe doesn't quite understand the sim racing and like some of the aspects of it, like BOPs and whatnot. And anyway, so he was a little upset, you know, about our preseason race and whatnot. And I reached out to him and was like, look, you know, don't put so much weight into one car having, you know, plus 20 kgs and another
you hear me?
car having,
Yep.
yes. and, and another car having negative 20 kgs. Like, it's all a balance of power. All of this has been tested by. We use LFM BOP, by the way. eh, It's I know some other leagues use Pit Skill, and they're both very similar. But I had to explain that BOP is there to kind of even everything up. And then it really comes down to setup. Setups are going to be generally about half a second to a second, right? But skill is going to be where you make up almost all of your time, right? And don't. And I told him, I was like, don't let that discourage you. Like just stick with it. Uh, Understand the fundamentals and the concepts of everything that goes into it, from BOP to skill to uh, lines, like how and where to race and whatnot. And some of the things I've explained in the channels before,
This is great.
and just stick with it. Like, you're naturally going to get better, and you're naturally going to understand more about it. And so I got to talking to Larry about potentially doing like training sessions, because I remember you guys saying you're a fairly new league, and a lot of you come from GT7 and or F1 or something along those lines, and those physics are,
Terrible.
I mean, it's night and day difference. Like, nobody realizes it until you get into ACC, and you really think ACC is a shit game until you just kind of delve into it, and you're like, wow, everything else is shit. Um, and so this was kind of maybe my way to just reach out to the community as a whole and say, hey, here's some tips. Let's try this. We'll spend an hour on it in a group, and I guess at this point right here, I'd be asking if anybody else out there that is considered a veteran, at least in BFR. So I'm looking at you, Panda, or maybe Chug, some of you fast guys. If you would like to help with the training sessions that we're planning on trying to put on for these guys, you're more than welcome to, and I would appreciate probably at least a couple of other guys, especially the ones that are faster, who can teach some of your techniques and whatnot.
I think
Okay.
what you're saying there, just to build on it, so many people, I've said this 1,000 times, your goal is to understand the car, not do what others do. If Panda breaks at 75, it's irrelevant. Like, you will get good. It's the same theory as the racing line, people that use the racing line. Now, I know some of you do it for literal, you can't see the track because of vision issues and things like that, but it becomes a crutch, right? It's like, all right, Larry told me to brake at the 100, get on the gas at this point and brake at this point, and that. I think you're not really learning how to manage the car. You're just copying a script. And yeah, I think what you're saying here, one of the ones that's the most important is that first point there, visual references, and that you should always be looking through the apex to the exit, things like that. It will follow. But I think a lot of newer guys just get impatient with lap times. And I've said this 1,000 times, and I've seen you say it too, Chandler, that forget about lap times. I'd rather see you do, if Panda can do or Chug can do a 1 minute 50 like an alien, I'd rather see you do a 2 minute lap, 10 laps in a row, than do an occasional 157, then crash the other 9. Like that sort of stuff. So this is great stuff.
Absolutely, because that's when you're going to start to learn the characteristics of the car and how it handles and how deep you can push into it. And I want to reference back to the Snetterton video that I put up. The first video I've ever made. And I know it was really quick, and you had to pause a lot if you actually paid attention to it. On the back fast right-hander, I know I kind of threw a little text screen up there, and I was like, I used the boom lift in the back as a coasting marker, not a brake marker, but a coasting marker. And that's the difference, right? As people start to accelerate coming off of that, or going into that long sweeping right-hander on Snetterton, they tend to accelerate too fast, and so they have to hit the brakes. Now you've let off more speed than possible, when you could just coast and maintain traction and momentum and set up for that hairpin left-hander going to the home stretch, And that's kind of the nuances and stuff, it's things like that. Like, get consistent laps in, and then start trying to push. And I always go back to the reference of focus on sectors, right? Get out there on track and push in sector 1, or work backwards if you want. Push in sector 3. Get those deltas down. Don't race the delta, but get the deltas down, right? And you get sector 3 done, then start working on sector 2 while chaining in what you've done in sector 3, right?
Hmm.
And then once you get consistent deltas in sector 2, now add sector 1 to it, and that needs to be your primary focus. And it really comes down to just track time. Like, get out there. I highly suggest anybody that's using it, turn the racing line off. Whether you say you don't focus on it and whatnot, and it doesn't become a distraction, ultimately it is a distraction because it's not the optimal racing line. It's literally a visual reference of, hey, you should do this, or you can do this.
Yeah.
And I think that people tend to lean on that heavily and not know that they're leaning on it.
Yeah. I mean, like when you talk about braking and stuff like that as well, some of the newer guys, it took me a long time to realize this, but as you progress, first when you're braking, it's as late as I can to slow the car down so I can turn into the corner, right? But then as you start progressing more and more, you realize what you're actually doing is you're trying to engage the maximum amount of grip and load the front tires as you can, which is while you want to trail brake to the apex, because it also keeps that outer tire driven into the ground, maximizing grip. So when you stop thinking about speed and slowing down, it's like, how much can I get the tires to utilize as much grip as they'll give me without losing that grip? And that's where the progression you're talking about comes from, right? It goes from basics like turn the wheel to progressive turning to, like, you know, trail braking and using the brakes to turn the car a bit. But this is all beautiful stuff, man. This is all like really, really good stuff here.
Yeah. So what Logan has on screen now, and it's quite it's not in depth, but it's quite a long document, right? It's like a 12 course curriculum that I've kind of come up with. Some of it we won't necessarily be able to focus on just because we're not on PC, so we're not going to be able to collect some of the data and telemetry that you can on PC. But for the most part, we can still use it. I say I come up with this. I came up with this in collaboration with GPT because it's my favorite thing to use. But
Yeah.
I would say 90% of it applies to console, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And so it's like a 12 class curriculum course, whatever. And we can break it up. We can do, I think, Larry, we were talking about it briefly, doing like one a month, right? So,
yes.
And that gives us plenty of time to kind of get the gist of everything, but also allow you to start applying it to the races, to our bi-weekly races and the enduros and everything as it come along.
And your practices and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, if we do it any quicker than that, it won't really settle in. And by the time you're in, let's say, lesson 3 or 4, you're kind of lost, right? You're like overshadowing the first lesson with this later thing. So when are we going to start this, Chandler? We said this Sunday?
Yeah, I think we could probably do the first session this Sunday.
And what time are you thinking? Because this works for you.
Well, I know you guys are doing Sunday races now, right?
Yep.
Or is that
What
just
time
kind
is
of like a random Sunday?
3 p.m. Eastern.
So you could do any time, the morning, the early afternoon.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe put it up in the Discord and poll a time, and we'll go from there. Me personally, I would prefer nothing late Sunday. I wake up at 4 a.m. every morning, so I'm trying to get in bed by like 9:30.
Oh, I was thinking between like 11 and 1, 10 and 1, something like that. Is that something that works for you?
Earlier is way better for me, but yeah, I would poll it and just see what works for the group.
All right, we'll do a poll, but we'll say we'll do 10, 11, 12, 1, yeah? And then we'll poll those times?
Works for me.
Great, that's awesome. And thank you for taking this on, man. Without like good people in the community taking stuff on like this, like we don't grow together, you know? Like it's one thing to watch all these great fast guys go on, but sometimes you need someone to just say, like, you're doing this thing terribly. Like you need someone to look at you, even if you think you're doing it right, you know?
Right.
And I've been fortunate enough with my PC endeavors. There's that AI coach there, which doesn't really hold back anything, and it'll just be like, you're braking too late, you're braking too early, you're losing too much speed. It just really gives it to you, turn in later and that stuff. And we need that. It's the only way we're going to grow. So that's fantastic, man. You guys got any questions about the training or anything like that?
So, well, hang on real quick. So let me ask you about that. The AI trainer on PC, how does that translate to console? Is it the same or no?
The only
I know
issue
you
I
can't.
have
I know
going,
you can't use it on console, but if
yeah, I know what
using
your
it for
question is.
PC,
The issue, the issue is that PC feedback is. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I know what this is.
No,
Because I was going to say I understand what it is because it pisses me off. Like, it's the same game, but the feedback that you get through PC is so much better. It's like trying to film a high definition documentary and then watching it on a potato. Like, it's just when you come back from playing ACC on PC, there is a dead spot like this. It's this big on console, and in PC it's turn. So I really worked hard to get my time into what I used to think was fast on Brands Hatch, and I got like a mid or low 24, which used to be fast to me, but then all you guys came along and fucked it up for me. But I did that on PC and translated it, and it worked. But when you come back, the best way to describe it is imagine that all of the bolts on your car got loosened from PC to everything just feels a little sloppier. So. Yeah. But the principles still apply. You just have to figure out how to do it on a piece of shit car instead of a much tighter one. So that's the big translation issue that I find. But what's a good training tool if you have access to a PC is the telemetry to look at it, because these AI things are magical. What they do is they take a lap. I could say I want Jay Chandler's lap at Bathurst, and all it'll do is it'll just keep spewing it out. You brake 20 meters too early and turned in 10 meters too late. And then after a few laps, it'll start feeding that to you preemptively. Brake 20 meters later at this corner.
Oh, okay.
Hold the brakes this much. Starts giving it to you. And then it has this one thing that's actually really good to get the muscle memory down. It has this braking beeper, I guess I'll call it. Well, what it does is it just goes beep, beep, beep. So it starts giving you this like, okay, that's the place to brake. So based on the comparative lap. But you can do overlays, telemetry. You can look at, one of the things I was doing is I never held my maximum braking. My trail off was always up and straight down. I noticed the guys that I was using, their trail off, they had a hold period of maximum efficient braking and then trail off. That changed everything for me when I started doing that. It unlocked something on console as well. So it really is a good product for that. We don't have that in console, so the beauty is now we have a Jay Chandler, a Panda, people that can look at those things and just tell you in real life. And during my research, I'll say this to people as well, is trail braking is not actually the best in ACC. It works. It's way better than those Simucades we spoke about. But ACC is actually designed for you to stomp on the brakes for much longer than you think. So once you learn that, it actually really helps you drive better in the game. But that's more of a understanding a game mechanic than an actual real life driving mechanic.
That's why the Mustang is so good, because it has amazing brakes, and because you could just lay in the brakes and then get off, and it's got so much low end torque. And for those that are running the Mustang, TC2 will save your life on every track. TC2, not TC1 at 2, but TC2. Use it.
Oh, the second TC cut or whatever it's called. Yes. The second one, really?
Yeah, TC cut. It like start at 11, and then and it's for like the heavy feet, right? So me, I have a heavy foot. I just want to stay on the accelerator. But start at 11 and just hammer down, and then start turning it down to 10, 9, 8 until you start to lose the car, right? And as you start to lose the car, that's where you need to be, is where you start losing the car. So, yeah.
So that's great, man. That's really good stuff. Is really creeping up on those. People don't realize that what you need to do is be driving with those assists, and it's hard to even call them assists in a GT car because they're real life things, right? But
they're used, yep.
But it's really important to have them on as high as you need for efficient driving. not too high because you lose time, not too low because you lose time because you crash, and that sort of stuff. You know, you really got to, you know, it's almost like put your ego aside. I hear so many people in other games like, I never drive with traction control and ABS. Fuck, that sounds like me with a cup car. But yeah, so I'm one of those people. But the part I was going to lead into too is I have been pushing this for a while, that people should spend time in that Porsche Cup car, no ABS, no traction control, because do you know what you're getting introduced to when you do that? You're getting introduced to the maximum grip limits of the tires. They will not lie to you. If you try and brake too much, it's not because the brakes can grab that hard. It's because the tires can't grip anymore. And it starts giving you this idea of how to, you know, apply up to the ABS or brake a little earlier and hold a little longer. And it just, it invokes that, let's call it curiosity we were talking about before. Instead of just copying Jay Chandler's lap, start to become curious. Like, what happens if I brake a little bit softer at first and ramp it up, and then what if I just stomp on it? Like, get curious. And that's what I think the Porsche Cup car with no ABS, no traction control really can do for you if you're a man about it, to be honest. You know, if you don't, you're
Yeah, I'd say the Porsche Cup car and the Maserati GT2, right? Those are two that you definitely want to try to get in and master, just making a couple of clean laps, right? And I want to throw in also GT4s, man. Like, just the fact that you guys run a GT4 series or include GT4s is going to work wonders for these newer guys or the less experienced guys, right? Because I used to shit on GT4s all the time, like, you know, it's just a second-rate car. Like, I want to be in a GT3. Well, we ran a GT4 like 5-race series, and I grew to respect the GT4 so much out of that series simply because anybody can drive a GT3 fast into a wall.
yeah.
But driving a GT4, a car,
Can you roll a GT4 into the Monza?
Absolutely. I have only ever rolled GT4s, but to that point is driving a slow car and being fast in it is completely different than driving a fast car fast, right?
Yeah.
And it teaches you technique, it teaches you patience, it teaches you. I mean, there's so much there that it just.
The number one for me is carrying speed. You have to carry speed to be fast.
Right. Right.
You know, and that's a big one on those cars.
And, I mean, just you guys in the GT4 series or the Prospect series, stick with it. Like, it's you're gonna learn so much from GT4s when you go and hop into a GT3 and you start applying naturally what you've picked up from the GT4. You're automatically going to be faster than you were. That's for you, Stub.
Oh, you got to roll back here earlier a bit. We'll find the timestamp for you later, Squid.
Yeah,
that's. But yeah, man, no, that's also, it's really good stuff, and people should just get curious with that stuff. I think. What did you find, Logan, driving the GT4 after being in the, you know, when you filled in that twice now, right? You filled in.
No, so what I did is I drove the GT3 for Noah, and it was the Mustang in the rain in Snetterton, and Chandler's on my team, so he immediately was like, "Here's this setup," and I was like, "I'm sliding everywhere. This car just wants to do Mustang things. Like, I can't keep it going straight." And he was like, "Turn that TC2 up because it's like the whatever horizontal movement," and it just locked it in. And I didn't think I spun more than maybe once or twice that whole race. But it was great.
He did great filling in too. By the way, Logan, you did great.
Yeah, no, got a point. It's all good. But no,
he's
GT4,
actually beating me in the championship. And he's only done one. Well, I guess I've only done one race too. But yeah. But there you go. But that's awesome, man. But what were you gonna say? Sorry, Logan.
No, I mean, but back to GT4s. Like, I was the same way. Like, man, I got this game to race GT3s. Like, I want to be fast. I want to race these amazing cars like all the people I watch on TV. And then getting those GT4s like on a random Thursday, it was like, this is so much fun. This is like closer really to like driving a car that I would actually drive. Like, it's amazing. Like, really how much technique you have to have, because there are underpowered, so you have to have more skill to get them to go fast. So I really like GT4s I'm glad we do
And
it.
if you get a run on someone in a GT4, they've either fucked up or you've done something perfect, because runs don't come very easy on a GT4. Like GT3, you can power out and, Chandler can lose the back a touch and I've got him. Just sheer power alone, I got him. But the GT4s, sometimes that's still not enough. Like sometimes you need the whole like Paul Ricard back straight to get a run with a GT4 and actually make it stick. It's so rewarding. But GT2s, Cam, have you dealt with the GT2s much?
No, not as much.
I haven't touched them. Any of you guys?
Yeah,
I've
we
never
do.
driven one.
I've raced them with SVG.
How was it?
Now. They've been fun. We've done quite a few GT2s.
I found the Porsche undrivable. Was that just lack of skill?
The KTM GT2 is amazing.
So the KTM GT2 is kind of like you don't want to really learn a car. You just want to go have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of popularity in the comments here for GT4s. People love that shit. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Orslick said before that if you put him in any Porsche, he'll just end his life, which is funny because I was just telling a new guy who joined us today, he was asking what car he should drive, and I said anything that is fun except the Porsche. Until you find your way, don't do that. I mean, I think Hunter, Cam, everyone, Grays, all joined this league in the Porsche, and none of us are in it anymore. We're all like, fuck that. You high maintenance bitch. Like, we're not doing that anymore. There is a rumor out there though, it's confirmed in writing because it was sent to me, that Mr. Chuggerlug is finding his legs in the Porsche and he is now in love and wants to run that next season. So we might have a reborn Porsche driver in our midst.
Nice.
So that'll be fun. But all right. Thank you for that. We are going to talk about the race now. So Logan, you didn't fill in, did you? No.
No.
No, you sat that one out. You just were.
I watched Webbo. I watched Webbo's stream.
Well, I'll talk about my race too, because my race was probably one of the quickest races. I finished before everyone else. So I qualified and then I dropped out because we didn't realize we couldn't have a spectator in one of our spots. And we actually, I thought it was pretty cool, got a full grid. So we had to make a choice to either not let someone in and let Webbo in, or let them in, I drop out, and Webbo in as well, so we could have the broadcast. And we had plenty of people watching, and what was the other point there? And big shout out to Mike Linden, Y-Weight, who actually said, dude, I'm just subbing for your team, let me drop out. But he put in the work. I'd been away for 2 weeks. I'd barely been around and practiced anyway, so that was my race over, done. But I was pretty happy with my lap time. I would have been happy with a high 146 3 months ago at that track. And I think I got a 143.6 in quali. And I was 10th. Fucking 10th. 3 seconds off my best lap ever there that I would have dreamed of. And I'm still 2 seconds behind you guys. It's fucking unbelievable what this league has become. It's great. So who wants to go first? Talk to me, Sime, Mr. GT4. Tell me more.
So
nice haircut.
Thank you for that. I got a haircut. Everyone can notice it now. Thank you. So GT4s, as we have just said, is a very technical car, and it gets even more difficult with traffic.
Oh yeah.
And Imola is not my best track. I admittedly didn't put as much time in it as I needed to do, but I started to get my legs up under me after a while. But even
and so just to start you off here too, this was your first race on a direct drive wheel with load cell pedals, right?
Yeah.
So that's a big learning curve too.
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of things that on direct drive that you just feel that you don't feel on the G29. Like, I was just kind of like, what the hell is this? I don't even know what the car is trying to tell me here. But I kind of got used to it. I did have some difficulty in qualifying, getting a good lap down, and got to say the strength of the GT4 field has really gone up since last season. So I think I qualified like 6th or 7th, something like that. And I was just like, all right, well, I'm not going to get another clean lap because it's like we have pretty much 30 cars on the track right now. So I was just like, all right, well, let's just see what happens. First lap, big like mess coming off the front straight. I end up in 3rd. I'm like, all right, sweet. All I need to do is hold this for an hour.
Tell us about that mess, because I heard that on comms, but it wasn't on Webo's stream. What happened? Was it like multiple cars?
It was, I think, initiated by a start infringement, or like somebody just didn't start fast enough. Evasive action was taken. A slight tap, someone went off and then came back on, and it just swept them all the way off to the right side of the track, which helped me until I had some more difficulties later on in the race with that chicane, the infamous chicane at the bottom of the hill. And then after that, I had disconnect, which was really just race over for me. It was probably like halfway, 3/4 of the way through the race, I had to disconnect, and I was just like, well, let's just finish it. You know what? That's really about it for me.
You had a good time there?
Yeah, I had a great time. Always.
Yeah. That's awesome,
I
man.
have to focus for the next race.
My daughter wanted me to mention her in a podcast. Her name's Charlie. There you go.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
There you go. Well, that's great, man. Where'd you end up finishing?
I think 9th of 10 in GT4.
Just say 10th. That's fine. Yeah, don't say what that actually means. But that's awesome. All right, let's go back. Cam, how was your race?
I didn't race.
Exactly. You're at a wedding. So who filled in for you?
My prospect, regular Keith.
Oh, Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw him a few times on Webo's stream. And I must say, Webo giving him shit about his livery, like I did, and that made my day. That made me so happy. And I didn't put him up to it either.
Is that the only farmer's livery?
No, it's the what was it? The breast cancer with dog shit. Like,
The
horrible.
pink and brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I said, it was like he was designing a good car, and then his daughter came in and said, "Can you put pink on, Daddy?" or something like that. Like, it just, sorry, Aaron. It was like, I'm no Mr. Perfect Livery myself, but it's it makes me happy at least to see it at this point.
What are your team colors, Cam?
Brown and pink.
That really is your team colors? I was like, it reminds me like Dunkin' Donuts like advertising or something. I don't know what's going on.
Well, look, I did catch that in the stream, and that definitely was not my thoughts. It wasn't Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes.
I mean, based
It
on
was Dunkin' and something, but not
Yeah.
donuts.
Yeah. Exactly.
You gotta
Hunter,
use
how was your
team name.
Yeah.
what's your team name?
Race.
That's right. You didn't race either. Who was your prospect or your fill-in? Was it George?
HRH George.
I saw he had some good pace in quali. And me and him were going back and forth for a bit till I set that good time. But
He got caught up in an accident, and then he did all right though. He did all right.
I felt like in qualifying, no matter where I was on the track, George would find me.
yeah, you were a George magnet.
Yeah.
Well, Chandler, how was your race, buddy? Yes. So hang on. So I didn't race. Hunter didn't race. So only one of us raced apart from Chandler, one of the admins. There you go. Sweet. Chandler, how was your race, man? I thought it looked pretty good from where I was sitting.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was pretty clean. You know, the start was clean. There were no issues up front that I can remember.
There was one. Where did you quali?
I think I want to say maybe 6th or 7th, or maybe I don't know, just ahead of you. I think actually. So 8th or 9th, maybe.
Yeah, you probably just missed it then. There was one moment with Mojo, but he came across the track, but it was he lost the car himself and just tapped a few people, so you might have just missed it, seeing it.
Other than that, I think I made my way up to P6. Ended up finishing P6, but the right there at the start of the race, I don't know, probably lap 2 or 3, that front 5 just kind of put about a 2 to 4 second gap on me, and I don't know, I just couldn't find the pace to catch up to him.
Well, it's a tricky track, man.
Who were those first 3? It was Panda. Initially, it was Panda, Chug, and Plums.
Yes,
and
I think
Ruben.
so. And I think Ruben.
Well,
And then
the thing.
Well, hang on one second. No, I'm talking about not the actual qualification. I'm talking about in the start of the race. And there was an incident with GT4 traffic where Panda actually got dropped, held up by traffic, and Ruben managed to take advantage of it. So he got dropped off. Ruben joined the front 3, and then they went at it for a while. But go. What are you gonna say there?
Yeah, so it also didn't help that our team lead, Noah, we're going to have to work on his race start because he didn't understand that being outside of your box, like before it turns to just a speedometer, like will issue you a drive-through. So he's like 2 car lengths ahead of P2. He's ready to go. I mean, I applaud the effort and the excitement for it, but damn, if he hadn't got that drive-through, like I think we would have, as a team, we would have been a little bit more up there.
Well, yeah, I said to you when we briefly met before we started this podcast that Webbo was. I thought he was being a bit harsh, talking about how you wanted so much more from this race after your win at Snetterton and all this sort of stuff. And I was like, geez, Webbo, like in the company we're in, 6th place is pretty damn good, bro. Like, calm down.
I was satisfied with the finish, and I think that there's definitely there's a solid 5 or 6 guys that are. Well, there's a solid probably 3 to 4 guys who are
elite,
a second and a half to 2 seconds faster paced than I am, right? Yeah. And then there's probably, I would say, a handful, so about 5 to 7 guys who's going to be right around the same pace that I am, to provide some good battles. But no, I was satisfied with the finish.
I thought it was a great race. That's just Webbo creating drama. I mean, he does create drama very well with his English accent. Like he does. None of us will ever sound as cool as him, like the way he does it all. But no, I thought you did great, man. Anything else that happened in your race that you want to share, or anything you saw? Yours seemed pretty. You seemed to actually have a pretty clean race. You seemed to get, from what I saw on camera, you seemed to not really have much of an issue.
Yeah, anyway. I don't even think that I got an actual track warning, a cut warning. Wow. I had a couple of sectors that were. Track limits, but no warnings. Pit stop was pretty clean. I got pit stops pretty well down at this point.
Did you take tires?
Oh yes. You're almost stupid not to take tires. In an hour race, I'm not calling you guys stupid, but what I'm saying is you don't have fixed pit or refueling time, or do you?
We changed it now, so there could be strategy.
So even if you did, I would still take tires. It's worth the extra 5 seconds if you don't have any damage or anything.
First and second place proves that. Plums did not take tires, and Chug did, and it came down to the last corner.
Right, and this is in Panda. This is how he lost the first race. So because he stayed on dries, and I was on wets. And
however, I think it's a little different between wet. He tried strategically, based on the weather we thought we were going to get, to make a play that the weather went against, and it bit him in the ass. I don't mind taking a chance, but dry for dry, I agree. Why would you never take them? Because Chug was 20 seconds down on Plums, and that's how much pace Plums lost over the course of his tires degrading.
Right, so, like, and Imola is kind of one of those tracks that, like, you have to I don't know, that track will eat tires, and especially depending on what car too. Imola will just demolish your tires.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I would always take the tires. I know the day that I try it, I'm going to be all like, look, I'm Panda, howdy, and drive out, and I'm just going to slide everywhere. It's not going to work.
Well, and that's probably some of the reason, sorry to interrupt, he didn't get any of the track warnings, because, I mean, coming out of Acre Minerale, when you're coming up that hill on the other side, to not go too far to the left and get a track warnings, it's so easy to do. And if you're able to keep it on the track, it has to be because you had tires, too. I mean, you would have been already in trouble, like when you still had 15, 20 minutes left, getting all those track limits.
That or you're running a different fuel map, so you don't have the aggressive torque and everything, right? Like, but I'm not fuel saving, so
that's like level 10 of your classes. I'm not even on the fuel mapping stuff yet. No.
Yeah. Well, word of advice, everybody out there: if you're running an hour straight race and you got a pit window, I would highly advise. Even if you have a fixed refueling time, which is generally 25 seconds, but you can make it whatever, it's still worth taking tires when you pit. It just and don't mess with your fuel map unless you're in endurance racing. You really just need to save fuel, right?
Cam,
If you're
get your son in line.
Yeah.
if you just
I left for milk. I'm still getting milk.
Yeah, man. No, you're right. Yeah. All right. Well, you're a strong, independent man, Panda. So let's bring up the leaderboard, shall we? And the results. Sorry, the results, not the leaderboard.
Which one was it? Let me share the screen. Give me 1 second here. You got to give me a little more lead time than that.
Oh.
Banned.
All right. Is this what you wanted?
Yes, I did.
All right, cool.
Let's see that. Can we see those lap times too? Can we make it big enough to do that, if possible?
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so let's go see him. Talk us through it.
All right. Well, in first you have Chug a Lug In, okay, with a lap time of 141.902. That's really close to the fastest lap of Noah with a 141.732.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's a
nuts.
really fast lap, Noah.
That
Congratulations.
is insane.
Then you got Plums, as we said,
Oh, that.
with the tire strategy, but repping the Aston Martin AMR V8 Vantage. Good for him. Love that car. Then you have awesome Gumball, McLaren, the McLaren gang coming up with a podium. That's really cool.
Hell yeah, that's my
Then
teammate.
you got the Lexus. What shall we call the Lexus group? What do you call a group of Lexus?
The lesbians.
Lexi.
The Lexus.
Lexi.
Yeah.
A bunch of
The
lesbians,
lesbians,
I
yeah.
think.
The Lexians, yeah. The Lexians coming up with Bubbling Panda and Rico with 4th and 5th, respectively. And then Mojo with another Aston Martin coming in 6th. Then we got Jay Chandler in 7th, Hari in 8th, Noah with the fastest lap in 9th, Grandpa Exposure with McLaren Gang, and 10th, Zuni, Nate, H. Fleury, Debuthi, George, and Got King in the top 16. Okay. And then we get to our GT4s. John DeLa, as always, putting on a dominating performance with a 152.1, which is
1
much
second
on
faster
par.
than the next guy.
Yeah, pretty much on par with his qualifying speed, which was, notable. Hellcat passed me on track, had the pace because I was in 3rd after the big pileup. He passed me on track to move me back down to 4th before I got my disconnect. So great pace with him. Hellcat, congratulations. Y-Weight and the Chevrolet Camaro was fighting for 2nd and 3rd for the GT4s. Chaotica and what is that, 4th?
That's 4th for Chaotica.
Bard in the Janetta. That's a strange car. Honestly, I didn't expect that. Congratulations, Bard, on that result. Not because Bard sucks. It's really the Janetta is not that great of a car.
Yeah, it's like Preston and his what's it called, the Alpine,
Yeah,
the second redhead.
we have 2 of them
stepchild.
now.
Who
We
else is
have
in the
Jim
Alpine?
and Preston.
Oh, there we go.
So after Bard, we had Deet. We have a big Aston Martin V8 gang and the GT4 now. So you got Preston and the Alpine. He got swept up in the wreck in the beginning, and I think that kind of just set the precedent for the rest of the entire race for Preston. Unfortunate, but he did turn out a good damage control day. Stubbly Squid in the Mercedes AMG. Myself, because I had that DC, and Jim, who put himself in a self-imposed timeout for the rest of the race. The rest of the GT3s is that one Sim Racer in P20, Regular Key in 27, and Dark Machine in 29.
So
Bad day
30th
for
car
Bard.
there, or we had no, because that was Webbo, right? Yeah.
Webbo.
Sweet. But looking at, I would say Hellcat had pretty good drive of the day there, man. Look at him up there in 2nd. I know Y-Weight, who is subbing for Mountain Ranger, who's off doing Mountain Ranger things right now, was telling me that he couldn't figure out where Hellcat had gone. Like, he was really baffled. His pit strat, I don't know if he took tires or something. I'm not really sure, but that's, I mean, John, it seems like, honestly, it's GT3, it's a race for 5th. Really? Like, those guys are so fast.
Yeah.
But GT4, it's like it's a race for second. No one's getting first. You know what I mean? But sorry, what I meant before with the GT3s, within that 5, any of them could win on any given day. But Jondala's, man, he's putting himself out there as on a complete other level. He's absolutely smashing it, man. He's absolutely killing it.
Is he normally a GT3 driver that's in the GT4s, or is he always GT4?
When we had this, sorry, go ahead, Hunter.
I think he's GT4 from another league.
So you know how when we had the league, when we had the league sign-ups, remember we asked your car preference? He was one that asked for GT4.
Okay.
He explicitly asked for it. And whose team is he on? Someone picked him up early, which was well done, Cam. That was a very smart pick. Well done there, man. That was probably the pick of the draft, apart from Panda.
The season,
Yeah, because he's won both races so far.
I mean, absolutely fantastic. But damn right. All right, so we have to chat, and this is just open right now. We had a little bit of what's the word in Latin? How do you say in English? Fuckery with between the GT4s and GT3s. We have to get a little bit better at balancing out this multi-class stuff, with the GT3s being very aggressive at passing sometimes, which it's hard to talk about this because there is context, right? If you're a GT4 driver, 4 laps down, 2 laps to go, and the leader is getting chased down by someone with 2 seconds behind them, then I would say get out of their way. You know what I mean? Do it, right?
Yeah.
If it's lap 2 and the race is just starting, I would say the GT3, have a bit of patience, right? You don't have the right to barge past. So I think the GT4 field felt some aggression from the GT3s that probably was a bit unfounded. But I also feel like the GT3s found some GT4s not really getting out of their way. And we have to clarify, you do not ever have to get out of the way. In fact, we discourage it. We had an IR recently in the Prospect League that was a prime example of someone trying to get out of the way, being nice, really good intentions, and it caused a wreck because the guy went around him and he just took him out, right? So don't get off your race line. That doesn't mean that you can't lift to just let Chandler and Cam come past me. I can't just lift off the throttle and glide a bit, almost like the brake modulation stuff I talk about a lot. Just lift a little bit, let them go through, and then go on, because you're going to lose less time doing that than you are getting pushed wide, clipping another car, doing all that sort of stuff. So we do have to rethink about that. The problem with this, though, is, as I said at the start, it's always contextual. Are you a GT4 driver battling? Am I in the lead and Chandler's chasing me down and a GT3 car comes up on us and he's in 17th? Then the GT3 car should back the fuck off. You've got to... It's not such a simple answer, right? No one has the right to just barge past. No one has the right to just hold their line either. You've got to use a little bit of spatial awareness, shall we say. What do you guys think?
It just comes down, the bottom line is just have a little bit better situational awareness of what's going on, who's around you. It goes both ways with GT4s and GT3s. If I'm prime example, I was on track battling Chaotica for position. Well, maybe not for position, but I think we're on opposite strategies. So I'm trying to hustle him and stay with him, because when he pits, I'm going to overtake him. And we have, GT3s coming through. I don't really know. And I don't have the bandwidth right now as a pretty new racer to figure out who's where on the track or what their position is. I'll just take a quick glance and see GT3s coming up. And I'll be like, all right, so where can I let this guy pass that's going to make me lose the least amount of time possible? And it's usually in Imola, it's going to be after turn 3 and that long straight, and then right before the Aqua Minerale chicane, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way? The top of the hill chicane?
No, the bottom of the hill chicane.
Aqua Minerale is the one that dips down.
Yeah.
And then comes up. The one right before the chicane.
Yeah, you know where the house is?
You guys call that a chicane?
Side?
Isn't that just a lefty straighty righty?
It's literally called the chicane.
I mean, it might be called that too, but I'm also called not. No, I won't say that. But yeah, no, it's
a better situational awareness.
That. But the other thing too with the GT4s is even if you go into the corner and you're like, well, you pass me afterwards or something like that, you have to break the tracks into lanes, right? So let's say I'm in a GT4, Chandler's coming up on me and he doesn't quite have it, right? I shouldn't just be cutting the apex fully unless I'm extremely clear of him. Like if he ain't making that pass anyway, and he's 50 feet back by the time we turn in, I'm just going to hold my line. But if he's close to me, then I need to leave him a car width either side to let him pass sort of through the corners, Like you can't just turn in and shut the door on them either. So like we said, you do not need to slow down to let them pass, but you need to facilitate letting them pass. And then there's just, we're not professional racers, we're a bunch of friends racing. Don't be that 9th place GT4 that fucks up the leaders of the GT3 on the final 2 laps. Like no one wants to be that guy ever, trust me. You know what I mean? Like people, like Chug and all these fast guys, Chandler and that, and even me as a not particularly fast guy, like we all put so much time into this game, and like it's really annoying to have it fucked up through silliness. It's okay for mistakes I'll take all day, right? And most silliness are mistakes too, but trust me, I've only ever done one once that I still get haunted by. Full damage GT7 F1 season, don't drive F1, just filled in for a race. Turn 1, I'm like, huzzah! Didn't realize that the tires were cold. Took out 2 cars in front of me. They got 45 seconds of damage. Their race was over. And they only race like once every 2 weeks. And they even asked me back, like, do you want to race again? And I was like, never again. I have so much shame. So, like, just, like, the GT3s, like, have some patience. And honestly, if a GT4 doesn't drive very well and lets you through, that's an IR too. Like IRs don't just have to be contact and incidents, right? It can be like Grays pulled out in front of me to make a passing move when I was clearly on the. You would never do that, Grays. That's why this is hypothetical.
I've never ran into you, yeah.
But like that sort of stuff, those are IRs as well. And while we're talking about IRs too, I just want to throw this out there too because we've had a few lately. IRs are not. What, boys? You say what you think there. I have a thing. What are IRs not?
A planing tool.
Yes. What are they supposed to be?
A teaching
teaching tool, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It is not an instruction to the admin team to shoot someone or have them removed from the league. It is not this guy did this to me, therefore he needs to be X, right?
Off to the gallows.
Almost all of our IRs are going to be ruled racing incidences for the first offense for everyone, right? Like they are. Whether they're fault or not, we're not going to probably act because everybody has bad days, everybody fucks up, right? We're looking for patterns, right? We see Cam getting reported like 3 times in a season, then he's going to get slapped harder and harder each time, right? But while we're on the IR thing, it is an education thing. Hey, man, Chandler's done this to me twice in this race. It was blocking. Can you talk to him, right? It's not that guy's a fucking cocksucker. Fuck him. He did this deliberately to upset my fucking day. You should have seen it. My dog died now. Like, everything's fucking over. Like that's the way some of this shit goes down. It's an education tool, and you can use this for things such as this GT4 didn't let me pass in a way I think was right. What do you guys think? Because it's also not your interpretation of the rules. It's the rules we set, and we use them to educate you, right? You might come from a league, Chandler, that does something a certain way, and it's a chance for us to say, hey, we do that a little different. Here's what to expect next time, so you can plan for it, right?
Can I add?
Go ahead. Yeah.
And for the new guys, if you ever get into an IR, do not take it personally. These things happen. This is just racing. And if you are involved in multiple IRs, like if you feel like, hey, I'm just struggling and I need someone to help us, just ask. We will set time out of our day to come and try and guide you and instruct you on how to do this. It's happened before.
We've had a couple of people we put on improvement plans where we have worked with them and helped them and that sort of stuff. And
it's just about attitude. Like, if you got that attitude that you want to learn how to do this and get good at it, then that's great. Mistakes are going to happen, and you should allow yourself to have those mistakes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I want to just kind of touch on all of that real quick.
Sure.
Snetterton. So Snetterton, a lot of people aren't too fond of that track because it's another British track, but it was also wet thanks to Hunter, the weather wizard, right?
The Wet King.
And specifically Howcat. Hey, props to you, man, for understanding. We spoke about it afterwards. I think he was probably a little heated in the moment, right? But I do believe it was the last lap of the race. He was GT4. I think we were coming into turn 4 or 5. I think turn 5. Um, and naturally GT4s are going to drift in a turn, right? They're going to drift. You may get an early cut in and everything, but the GT4 is almost always going to swing wide on the exit. Like that's just the nature of the car and the physics of the game, right? Me being in GT3, here I am approaching him, and I forget there was somebody else behind him as well, but they had a bad exit on the turn prior, so
Nice.
I had a clean cut through and approached him pretty quickly, and expecting that he looked like he had a little bit wider entry, and I expected him to float out a little wider on exit. I cut down and I make the apex, and as soon as I make the apex, I mean deep on the apex on the curb, uh, bam, like we make contact, and I probably slid some too, right? But it was wet track. Uh, and that was literally me, I guess, realizing that I'm in P1, and I'm like, oh shit, this is the last lap. When really I should have just slowed down. I should have showed patience there, being in the faster car, and also having, I think at that point in time, like an 18-second lead on. I forget who was running P2. It wasn't
It was
it
awesome
wasn't
gumball.
Panda.
I
Yeah,
think.
Gumball.
Yep.
I had like an 18 to 20-second lead on him. And I almost lost it because I went off in the grass and ended up spinning my car twice and stalling it twice, trying to get out of the grass in the rain.
Yeah.
And thankfully, like I got out, and that 18 to 20-second lead was enough for me to maintain it. But to your point, Larry, GT3s, like, have a little bit of patience. GT4s, just understand that it probably is opportune for you to wait until there's a straight and just lift. Like, don't give your car the full acceleration unless you're fighting, right? If everybody's fighting and you're on the same lap and it's all position, like position in class, not
My bad.
like if you're in position to a GT3, like just let them go by, right? But my point is if you're fighting for position in class, maintain your race. Just be aware that if you have a faster class approaching, turn entries are going to be dicey, right? But everybody needs to be on their A game. If you're well into the race, you've been lapped by the GT3. It doesn't hurt for you to maintain speed, because to be honest with you, I'm going to run up on you. I'm going to take as much slip as I can get from you and cut out at last minute, whether it be just before turn entry and everything. Your braking point is closer, but I'm going to carry more speed to the entry, right? And I have better brakes, and I have better turn in and better acceleration out. I will cut down. Of course, I'm going to try to do it safely and set the example. I'm sure there's going to be instances where that's not the prime example, but to the point of IRs, report it, right? It's a learning experience for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
and we hope that every one of our, thank you for that. We hope every one of our IRs is really just a conversation. You know what I mean? Like, we don't really want to slap anyone with something. And to be honest, we haven't seen too many Premier and Prospect, I don't think we've really seen much at all that was nefarious and really irresponsible, right? We've seen mistakes and that sort of stuff, which is like, and especially in Prospect, we are going to be extra lenient, because literally that is the league for you to learn in, right? We're not going to start slapping people for learning that, oh shit, when I do that with the brake pedal, that happens, and now I know. Like, I've taken 3 cars out. Like, it's tough, and we've had a few complaints from people like, "Oh, you didn't do anything about it last time." It's like, yeah, I didn't go out and shoot their family. Like what do you want? We speak to everyone, you know. Like, try to be less of a dildo next time, you know. Like sometimes that's all you need. But the biggest tool in an IR is what Chandler just demonstrated, which is self-reflection, right? Is to be like, shit, you know, like it's, you know, maybe I could have done that better. You know, maybe I could have like been a bit more patient there. And yeah, like, you know, we see a lot of the flip side of that. Like I was the least, you know, not.
Oh, you're back. You're back.
I'm back again. Oh no.
Yeah.
My internet's terrible out here. But yeah, no, it's all I was just saying that it's, you're not entitled to anything, right? You know, and we've just got to take care of each other and have fun. But also just remember, like, if we acted super harshly to every single person that did something wrong in this league, we'd have 15 members. And, you know, like, and 10 by next month. So, you know, just take care of each other, you know? And like, just remember, it's like, this is like 101 relationships advice. It's not even sim racing. You don't need to look at a behavior. You need to look at a pattern of behaviors, right? Chandler has done this to me 4 fucking times. I've spoken to him and he keeps doing it. Can you guys deal with it, right? That's when you need to get serious, right? Not just then. So I think we've drilled that home enough. I think, Hunter, you want to talk about quali?
Well,
sorry, go ahead.
Hold on. I know we're running long, and I know Chandler has to go here in a second. I just want to say 2 things. I know some people are gamers and some people are here for racing. I'm here because I love racing and I just can't afford to race myself. So these rules that we're talking about are the rules of GT World Challenge. We're not making up any of this. These aren't weird rules of like, oh, you have to let them buy or we're not going to let them buy or whatever. And second, it's not just GT4s against GT3s. There's slow GT3s that are getting lapped also, or maybe in the one make there's slow people. These are like the rules of GT racing that we follow. With like, you stay in your lane and it's their responsibility to pass you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And basically, to encapsulate what you said, I heard someone say once, are we trying to play a video game or are we trying to simulate racing? And I think BFR is trying to do the second one. We are trying to simulate real racing. Would you do that move if it would put your car into the wall and end your weekend after driving there, flying there, paying hundreds of thousands of dollars? Like act like that a little, right? You know, like that's what Friday Night Fights is for, to try some dumb shit. But anyway, we got to move this along. Hunter, talk to us about quali and some stuff we need to think about in Premiere. Or is your headphones dead? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm not a good guy to choose right now.
All right, cool. No, it's so basically we understand that quali's been a mess. We're working on something to make it better. We'll have an update soon. We do need to separate the cars and all that. You know, we haven't quite figured it out yet. We're spitballing some ideas because we don't want half the field to have to turn up an hour before and then half the field or lower. Like, we're on it. Okay, so there you go. That's what we love to hear. It's a big Runks is saying that him and Artie had a great conversation after they came together. Fucking great. And that was a great IR. That was it was actually funny. The two of them submitted the same IR on each other. And you know, it's funny. And when the person who was found to be, I hesitate to even say at fault, but like, he was just like, right on, man, thanks for explaining. Like, that was what we want from this. Yeah. You know, we didn't have to like take 20 seconds or 30 seconds or points or anything. Like, they got it. So hats off to you guys. But we are working on that. Has anyone else got anything else for this? This has been fantastic. Chandler, you've been a fantastic guest. Have you got anything else for all your fans out there today?
Oh, I don't know how many fans I have.
Throw some undies at the screen. Throw something at the, throw some underwear at the screen.
No, I do want to say thank you guys for extending, having me on here. This has been it's been pretty fun. I've enjoyed racing with you guys. Enjoyed being a part of BFR so far. Kind of doing our own thing at Too Slow and whatnot. I have to give them a shout out because they've got me to where I'm at, and I hope that we can get some participation in the monthly training, the coaching sessions or whatever. And it's been a wonder watching you guys grow already. I think when I first joined, you had maybe like 320 members, and you're approaching almost 400. So good on you. You guys have a great media team, and I'll definitely say that you're going to go somewhere. that BFR is going to go somewhere. All right.
Thank you,
So
fella. We
you guys
appreciate it.
Okay.
got something going on here, and I like watching it.
We all do. We always say it's a
Awesome, man.
community. It's not just us, man. The community is what builds it. But whatever. Hunter, you got anything left for us, or just ignore you? Oh, no. I'm sorry. We missed something.
We got one more thing.
We have one more thing. So,
think,
Hunter, you might want to be
I
involved.
think
in
Chandler has to say goodbye. He's got something
Chandler?
to go.
Yeah, I'm going to have to
Yeah.
run, guys.
This.
Appreciate you having me.
Here we go. There's a sad sort of clanging from the clock in the no, you got to go. I'm not going to sing the whole song. Yeah, it's from The Sound of Music, you uncultured
No,
swine.
I got that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. No, he didn't. But thank you. See you later,
It's
Chandler.
been a while since I watched it. Appreciate it, fellas.
All right.
Y'all take it easy.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Hunter, do you know what I'm about to say? I'm pretty sure you caught on, right? What we're talking about?
I don't think he can't hear you.
I can
Can you
hear
hear
it.
us?
Yeah.
Just can't yeah, okay. Well, Cam, do you want to bring it up? So, did you want me to kick it off, Cam?
Oh, you can kick it off. Go for it.
All right. So
Like doing it.
Hunter and me in particular, I'm not sure about the other three here. We have had requests for a while for people to donate money to the league. And we were hesitant at first. We were worried about the implications. Would it change anything? Would it cause any problems or expectations that we couldn't manage and stuff? And eventually we just said, you know what, if people want to contribute to the league in a way, we should let them. We have finally set that up for you guys. There is no obligation here for anyone to donate to the league. We have set up a place to do that. I'll hand that over to Cam in a minute. But basically, we have. Sorry, I just got distracted by a message. Then sorry. We at this moment can only take donations as a pledge from you guys just to help the league's costs and stuff. And it's not something that we would ever take money from, anything like that personally. There's service costs here. We pay the professional commentators. We have all sorts of things going on. So we have made it possible for you guys to want to donate. I think, do we have two options, Cam, or just one for now?
Correct.
I saw two there. We have Venmo and PayPal, correct?
Correct.
So if you wanted to do an upfront donation one time, you could do that. If you wanted to set up a ongoing smaller one, you're welcome to do that too. There is no obligation here, and I'm not trying to be a dick when I say this right now, but at the moment we're not offering anything in return other than the giant league we run, I guess. So we're offering a lot in return, but yeah, it's if anyone wants to donate to that, it will go to costs of the league. And with the remaining few tens of thousands we have left over, maybe we'll do some prizes or something. But yeah, anyone wants to donate to that, we'll put these QR codes in. We'll have a channel for that. That would be great. Cam, talk to us about what do they got to do there? So they've just got to scan that code. I'm used to this stuff.
Scan. We'll put it in the channel that we'll make it go live soon.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to introduce the QR codes. And just and to make sure that if people wanted to donate, they could. Again, like Larry said, there's no obligation to do it. Everything we do here is to ensure that the league is running for you guys, and it's always going to be for you guys.
Absolutely.
Yep.
What was I going to say? I just got distracted again. Fuck ADHD, motherfucker. I was going to say, if a lot of you, I would assume, with your Venmo and that would come from your name. And we just ask that you put in your Discord name so we know who it is. So, thank you, let us know, all that sort of stuff so we can keep track. Did we lose Hunter?
Looks like if he comes back in, I'll bring him on again.
No worries. But, yeah, just put your name in there and we'll go from there. But what was I going to say? That's it from me. You guys good?
All
No,
good?
I mean, it's always weird to be like, hey, if you want to donate, it's awkward a little bit, you know what I mean? But really, if people want to, I'm sure people will want to. So why not put it up there available to them? Yeah.
All I got to say about it is that no matter what, whether you donate or not, the admin team will continue to run the servers and pay the commentators no matter what. If you feel like the goodness of your heart that you want to donate and help us out, that's perfectly fine. That's the only reason that we set this up. We have a lot of things in the pipeline, like innovations coming out that we're trying to make this like unique. This league is going to be unique to any other league that we can have or you could find on SimGrid. So totally up to you guys. No pressure. We're going to keep doing it no matter what anyway. But if you would, thank you.
No one told me that admin have to pay for everything. I didn't know when I signed up for this.
Yeah, well, that's too bad. We're gonna there's a contract that we're gonna have you sign here in a second.
So first donation. Yep. Yes. But no, and like just to be clear here too, if you want to donate but can't, like financially, that's fine too. Like this is just a few bucks here and there. We got you. We don't need it. So we don't. It would be nice not to pay all the costs, but we're happy to do it. We signed up for that, but we don't have plans to get smaller. Let's put it that way. There's talk of more racing series, PC stuff, different games, all that. Like the world is our oyster here at this Discord. So yeah, whatever you want to do, get involved. Go ahead.
You can say iRacing, Larry. It's okay.
I don't want to be accused of blowing myself more than I already am because that's all I do all day. Do you guys want to hear about my racing today? No, another time. But sweet boys, I think I'm good.
Yeah,
you guys good?
Well, I'll just pop this up real quick because Hunter wasn't here, but this is the weekly races for those that don't have them already. Excellent. So check out the Discord.
Oh, is that where the prospects are racing? Nice. Okay, yes. And Hungaroring. Oh, is this a very British week, except for Zandvoort that ruined it, and Australia, Bathurst. But just forget what I said then. Yeah, but actually, it's not British at all.
The first three are.
I got very excited there, but oh, sweet, the one makes the donuts. All right, boys. Well, I'm going to very carefully wave goodbye.
Yep.
Goodbye, everyone.
All right, bye.
We'll catch you later, boys.